2 police officers are shot and a house engulfed in flames in East Lansdowne, Delaware County. The scene near Lewis Avenue remains active at this hour. Law enforcement agencies, including SWAT, have flooded the area as firefighters continue to work to knock down those flames. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Cartalia. This all began at 3:45 this afternoon when police responded to a report of multiple shots fired in the area. As of right now, we are still working to determine how that fire at that location started.
And we are told the 2 injured officers are expected to survive. That's the good news. We have crews at the scene on Lewis Avenue and at Penn Presbyterian Medical Center, where the injured officers are being treated right now. Let's begin with CBS News Philadelphia reporter Kim Hudson in East Lansdowne. Kim?
Yuki, we're right now on Penn Boulevard, and I want you to go ahead, take a look at Lewis right over here, just a block over. That's where this all started earlier this afternoon. We have a house there you may or may not be able to see in the dark just past this fire truck. That started to burn, and a lot of firefighters were being told to stay back because police were not sure exactly what was happening in that house. But at some point during the afternoon, we saw police officers kick in the door of the house next door. That's because the fire spread. We watched that fire spread from one house to another. We interviewed 2 neighbors here, and they say that this is normally a safe and quiet neighborhood. They say that it is sad, and they are angry that this happened here because things like this just never do. Traffic here is a mess. We've seen family members, we've seen adults walking children home because they can't get down the street anymore. The entire area has several streets blocked off. We have yellow caution tape around parked cars. So if you need to get home in this area, strongly recommend that you give it just a little bit of time, because we are seeing that while we have several crews blocking off streets here, even the number of vehicles, emergency vehicles, even that number has gone down. So do whatever you can in order to just take some time, wait until you come home so that all of this can clear up. But right now we do still have firefighters here on the scene from Lansdowne as well as Clifton Heights. We do still see one fire hose that still has water going through it. So we're not sure if they're trying to put out hot spots right now, but we do still have firefighters on the scene, and you can bet that these firefighters are going to be part of the investigation as to how all of this could happen in East Lansdowne. In East Lansdowne, Kim Hudson, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's going to be some time. Kim, thank you so much for that, and all afternoon. We appreciate you. Chief Investigative Reporter Joe Holden has been on the phone with his sources all afternoon. Yeah,
Joe, what is the latest information that you're getting?
Well, Jessica, 2 hours and 15 minutes ago, all hell broke loose in East Lansdowne as 2 officers took fire as they approached 58 Lewis Avenue in East Lansdowne. We know, according to District Attorney Jack Stolzheimer, those officers were answering radio reports believing that there was an 11-year-old shot inside that house. Those officers went there and they were fired upon. Now, to put a fine point on what we know from prosecutors right now, the district attorney is saying that all he knows is that the officers were responding to a call suggesting that there was an 11-year-old shot inside that house. They don't have evidence that there was, in fact, an 11-year-old shot. They also don't have evidence that there wasn't. It's suggesting that it could have been a possible setup, his words. So very much unclear right now what actually happened inside that home preceding the officers being shot. We know that they were raced to Penn Presbyterian Hospital, where they are being treated, according to the district attorney, for non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. We also know, as that fire burned out of control for a good 90 minutes, officers were still operating in a defensive mode, as if, as they would say, this barricade situation was still in full effect and still unfolding. The DA telling us that at some point the officers hope to make entry. That will be the next step in the investigation as they begin to collect evidence inside this charred out rubble of what was a story home.
Joe, we're going to get back to you shortly, but right now I understand the DA is coming out to speak more about the situation. You're looking at him live right now as he gets set to explain what has happened since 3:45 this afternoon.
Might be helpful.
Here's the District Attorney Jack Stolzheimer with a number of officials behind him as they get set to let the public and the media know what exactly happened as far as his knowledge this afternoon.
And his two officers behind him being treated at Penn Presbyterian Hospital. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Thank you, everybody. Sorry.
No worries.
Go ahead, where were you?
Good evening. My name is Jack Stolzheimer. I'm the District Attorney of Delaware County. I'm joined here today by the police chiefs from Lansdowne, East Lansdowne, the superintendent of the Upper Darby Police Department, and the mayors of Lansdowne and East Lansdowne to talk about the tragic but heroic situation that took place this afternoon. At about 3:47 this afternoon, a call went out from our 911 center that an 11-year-old girl had been shot on a property at 58 Lewis Street in East Lansdowne Borough. Police officers from Upper Darby, Lansdowne, and East Lansdowne immediately responded to that call, and braving the danger, they ran up towards danger so that the rest of us can run away from it. They were immediately met by gunfire, and two officers have been struck, one from Lansdowne, one from East Lansdowne. They are both doing okay. I just visited with their family, as we all did. They are being taken care of in great care here at the hospital. We expect them to be perfectly fine, but they have been through a trauma. And it was because of the Upper Darby Police Department, who also responded to that call, that these officers are alive today. They were dragged out of danger by Upper Darby police officers. Everybody in law enforcement in Delaware County works together. And we just had a tremendous showing of all of our mutual aid. All of our departments were on scene, some are still on scene, and East Lansdowne dealing with the aftermath of this. As you know, the house was then set on fire. We don't know who the occupants are. We don't know who the shooter was at this point. We don't know how many people are in there or even if they're even still alive. Our compatriots and our colleagues are on scene dealing with that right now. But we are happy to tell people in Delaware County right now that keep praying for these officers and their family, but they're doing well. They're going to be okay. Thank God for that. And I just can't thank these officers and this team enough for the heroism displayed every single day by our police officers throughout the county, but particularly today. I can't thank Upper Darby police officers enough for what they did to drag these two gentlemen away from the gunfire, or we might be having a whole different conversation tonight about what happened.
Any validity to the initial report?
We have no idea. Let me just say right now, we are still actively investigating the scene. We don't know who was in the house. We don't know who the shooter was. We don't know how many people are in there. We don't know their status. We don't know if they're alive. Police officers right now are making sure that that scene is secure. The gunfire has stopped. I just left that scene. Some of us, the chiefs, did as well. The house was still on fire, so we weren't able to make entry yet into the house because we're taking it safely for all of the officers on scene. But we will get to the bottom of it, and we will continue that investigation to know whether or not an 11-year-old girl was or was not shot. More importantly, who shot these police officers, and we intend to hold everyone accountable.
Jack, can you explain to the people who are watching this on TV and wondering why you weren't putting out the fire, just explain to the neighbors and everything why you weren't putting out that fire?
Sure, because officers were taking gunfire. The police officers and the fire department who were out there were still shots coming out at the beginning of this fire scene. So we want to make sure, and some of our police chiefs are out there right now. Some of our police chiefs in Delaware County are also fire chiefs. Okay, so they're out there actively controlling that scene. But there is nobody else in danger. We've made sure that the entire block has been emptied of people, and that fire is now mostly under control. But again, we're not going to go make entry into that house until we know that the fire is under control and that it's safe for those officers to go in there. We don't want another single officer hurt tonight in Delaware County.
Jack, can you give us understand how the Upper Darby officers, they get on scene, and can you explain more about how they were dragging the lady? Like, how did that all play out?
I'm going to answer that question. In fact, I'm going to let Superintendent Bernhardt answer that question. But I can't tell you the exact details of their injuries right now. Their families are with them. I want to protect their privacy at this point. I don't want to tell you the officers' names or their injuries. They are not life-threatening injuries. Both officers are going to be fine, God willing, but they are doing okay, and they're here getting great treatment.
But they weren't both shot. They were
both shot.
Okay. And one each?
One each. Okay. Yep, one wound each.
And both males?
Yes, male police officers.
Can you tell us how long they've been with the department for?
Chief?
Mine's 22 years.
Veteran police officers, 22 years. The officer from East Lansdowne, 22 from Lansdowne.
And how many officers are in your... You small department, right?
We don't want to take a lot. They're not going to take a lot of questions. They're going to go back inside and talk to the family. But I do want to have Superintendent Bernhardt, because I think this is a very important. I think people need to know how heroic our police officers are, not just responding to a call, but taking care of each other. And would you mind?
Absolutely, John. Yes. So like the district attorney said today, that call went out for shots fired in the borough of East Lansdowne. The borough of East Lansdowne borders Upper Darby Township, and we work well with them and work with them daily. When that call went out, our officers automatically responded to that scene on the uniblock of Lewis Avenue. Our uniform patrol responded and saw 2 officers, and they advised our officers that they had been shot. Our officers, numerous officers responded, got ballistic shields, and were able to go onto that street, drag those officers out. One of those officers was transported here by one of our marked police cars. The other uniform officers from Upper Darby were able to drag the other officers to a waiting ambulance and was driven here as well.
Tim, were your officers taking fire too when they were dragging those officers?
All officers that were on scene initially were taken on fire, and then when they removed themselves from it, there was no more gunfire at that point.
We're now going to go back inside. These guys have to go deal with the situation that is still unfolding in East Lansdowne. I appreciate you all being here. We want you to know that these officers are doing well. We ask for the continued prayers for them and their family. They have to recover from this trauma. But thank you for taking the time tonight. We're going to go back inside and continue dealing with the ongoing problem. Thank you.
You have been listening to Delco DA Jack Stolzheimer informing the public about the chaotic situation in Delco today, calling it a tragic yet heroic situation as officers from all over the area responded, dragging their fellow officers to safety after taking on gunshots from this home in Delco.
Right. A call initially came in that an 11-year-old had been shot. Those 2 officers from Lansdowne, East Lansdowne and Lansdowne police departments ran into the scene. That's when they were shot. It was when Upper Darby police then responded to the scene that they pulled those officers to safety. We have also just learned, which is new information coming into our newsroom, per the DA, that shots were still being fired when that suspect set the home on fire. So that is why fire crews were not allowed to get closer to the home and try to put that fire out.
There are still questions about the shooter. We are looking for answers to those questions as well. Eyewitness News and CBS 3 Philadelphia continues after a short break. We'll be right back. And our coverage continues from Delco. A chaotic active shooter situation looks to be drawing to a close, but it is still a very active situation. Yeah, we're going to go now to Philadelphia reporter Aziza Schuler, who's been live near the scene. So Aziza, all of this new information just coming in from the DA. What can you tell us from where you are?
Well, Jessica and Yuki, as the DA mentioned, that was a tremendous effort of Delaware County officials coming together to respond to this scene. As you can see now, things have essentially cleared out, but we still have Darby Fire Department here. There was Sharon Hill, there was Upper Darby, Lansdowne, and several others who all basically congested this part of Baltimore Avenue, right up against Lewis Avenue. It was blocked off from down at Penn Boulevard to about Beverly Boulevard, and at the moment things have cleared up. They've opened up traffic, and even residents can get to their homes if they live on Lewis Avenue. Residents have been cleared to move in, so we can only assume that the scene is safe or is winding down at this point. But I want to give you a look at what it looked like when we got here around 3:30 to about 4 o'clock. If you can see from where we were, we had a vantage point from a balcony of a home on a neighboring street, and you can see just how damaged that home was. It was engulfed in flames, blackened to its core, really. It had expanded to another home next door, as well as some cars in that vicinity, and neighbors who live on Lewis Avenue at that point could not leave. They were told to shelter in place. A woman that we spoke to as she was finally cleared to leave that street told us she heard the barrage of gunshots as she was dropping off groceries to a friend of hers. Take a listen.
And then the next thing we heard, pop, 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 pop. No cops had got here. I seen when the cops first started running up with their guns out. I said, girl, leave them groceries and let's get in the house, because they shooting.
And if you hear what she said, she heard the gunshots, and then she saw the cops running with guns toward that location of that home on Lewis Avenue. So if you put the pieces together from what the DA was saying, was that the officers ran to the home, and that was before the home caught on fire. And then once the house went up in flames, the fire department could not get close enough to begin to extinguish the fire. So at this point, it looks like the fire may be contained. One fire truck, as we see, the Darby Fire Company is moving in, but most of the fire crews have already exited this street, and many residents have cleared out as well. We have a few people standing by waiting to move their cars, but the scene is fairly quiet at this point.
Okay, Aziza, thank you so much for that. And as you can see, officials are now operating under the cover of darkness as night has fallen in the tri-state area, but our coverage continues. Yeah, CBS News Philadelphia reporter Carrie Corrado is at Penn Presbyterian Hospitals where those officers are being treated. And Carrie, the DA was very adamant in talking about how they ran into the home, they ran toward the danger, and thanks to the teamwork from the Upper Darby police officers, thank goodness they arrived at the scene to get them out of there.
Absolutely, Jessica. And he also said that they are okay. So a sense of relief tonight knowing they are recovering inside Penn Presbyterian Medical Center. I want to show you kind of the scene right now. And we are across the street and we can see a heavy police presence everywhere. Everywhere you look, there is a police cruiser. We're seeing support from all over with multiple departments. We can also see a lot of officers waiting out front of the front door. Many of them, this hits home. It started off as a normal day and then it quickly took a turn. We could also see what appears to be family of the police officers who are recovering inside of the hospital. And when it comes to those two police officers who were shot, we are told one officer is from Lansdowne, the other officer is from East Lansdowne. We learned that they are in stable condition and being taken care of and have been through a trauma, as you can imagine. The Delaware County District Attorney says Upper Darby police officers actually dragged them to safety after they were shot. They used shields to get the officers, and one officer was put into a police car, the other was put into an ambulance to get them to the hospital as quickly as possible. Both officers, we are told, are veteran police officers. They've been on the force for a while. The DA says just to keep praying for those officers, but again, they are doing well. We are told there will be another press conference later tonight, so a lot is developing, but most importantly, the DA says those officers are recovering inside the hospital. Send it back to you.
And we will be following it all. Carrie Corrado, thank you so much. Thank you for staying with us, everyone. Our coverage continues of today's danger in Delco. Chief investigative reporter Joe Holden has been on the phone with his sources all afternoon. Yeah, and Joe, very telling what the DA had to say. What is the latest that you're hearing from your police sources?
Well, I'll tell you, it is what the district attorney avoided saying, or that he didn't want to take questions about this investigation. They simply and clearly do not know much about, because they cannot get into that house. We know the information laid out by Aziza Schuler and Kim Hudson and Carrie Corrado. Some information I'm now getting from police sources is the video they watched transmitted from Chopper 3 and into their homes or on their phones showed members of law enforcement they know and work with coming under fire under SWAT officer shields trying to run fire hoses. There's the chief of the Radnor Police Department, Chris Flanagan, who is also a firefighter himself. He was unwrapping fire hose, trying to line things up when it would be safe enough to get closer to the house. And there's video that we're shuttling through to actually see this veteran police chief and a firefighter being protected by a SWAT officer's shield. That is how intense not only the situation for police in trying to keep the gunfire at bay and to not come under more attack and more gunfire, but also dealing with a tremendous and out of control fire that burned for hours in that home. The anecdotal characterization that, we hear that a lot. The district attorney was very forceful in his description of the Upper Darby police officers not only dragging those wounded officers out of the line of danger, but also now more stories unfolding as people are looking at the video and saying, hey, I know that guy. He's my chief. He's also unrolling fire hose. Oh, and look, and SWAT is covering him so he can do his job and prevent possibly the neighborhood going up in flames. Quite an emergency situation, dangerous for police and every other soul in that area, starting at 3:45 this afternoon.
Joe, thank you so much for your reporting. Just incredible. And thank you to all of the first responders. It really takes a special type of person to be a police chief, a volunteer firefighter. We appreciate all that you do for us. Thank you, first responders.
Continued blessings. We're going to be right back. Here's what's been happening. We continue to follow breaking news. 2 police officers shot in East Lansdowne. Give you a quick recap. The officers responded to reports of an 11-year-old girl shot at a house on Lewis Avenue around 3:45. The house was on fire. According to the DA, the suspect set the house on fire. The district attorney also says 1 officer was shot in the leg and 1 was hit in the arm. Others were there to drag them from danger. Both officers are at Penn Presby Hospital in stable condition, and we are told they're going to be okay.
We are going to take a live look now at the smoldering remains of the house. Of course, we are going to stay on top of this story. We have crews out on the scene as well. The DA says they still do not know who the suspect is. Thank you for staying with us through our live coverage today. Of course, we will provide updates throughout the night, and then we'll be back here at 11.
And we're always on at CBSPhiladelphia.com.